Guess what I'm driving? I bet you know.
And can you guess what I'm driving? Stay tuned, you're gonna find out on the Fast Lane Car.
All right, we're driving the same car, the 2013 GS, except
Mine is the hybrid.
and mine isn't. Nathan, and that's a part I don't get whatsoever. How much does that cost?
69 and change.
This one's 61. $8,000 more for that car. What kind of mileage are you getting in the last week?
Combined, 31 miles per gallon.
I'm getting 26, so you're getting 5 miles to the gallon more. And that is the part I don't get. Why would you end up spending $8,000 more? Heck, for that money, you could get 2 Leafs and get $12,000 back from the government if you really cared about fuel economy.
It's a lot more than that. Tell you what, come with me, let's drive it, and I'll show ya.
All right, I'll give you a shot, but design-wise, obviously they're almost identical. There are some subtle differences. There are hybrid stickers on the hybrid, and of course, on the back end of the hybrid, you don't see the tailpipes because, well, it's green. Keeping with that green theme, inside the car, you get bamboo. Looks very elegant, looks very nice. You know what? Both these cars are exceptional. They nailed it out of the ballpark. Wow, Nathan, it's so quiet in here. You have to love that kind of Lexus vault-like solidity and build quality.
Yeah, it's a little strange when you slam on the accelerator because you hear a little bit of a buzz and there's a little bit of a whine because this has a CVT transmission, continuously variable transmission for those of you who don't speak Nathan.
Another reason to get the regular one.
Oh, come on. You know what? This is a really, really good system. Best CVT I've ever sampled. And quite frankly, this car is more sprightly off the line than yours.
In sport mode, what happens is it changes the throttle mapping. So it should shift a little bit later. It should be a little bit quicker. Let's find out if that's true. Here we go. Good takeoff. This engine has a lot of power. Oh yeah, shifts right at red line, 6,500 RPM. And here comes 60. Oh yes, indeed. It is faster. 7.39. 7.39.
So here we go. I'm gonna set this baby into Sport Plus. Should speed it up a little bit. And it's letting me rev it a little bit, up to 3,000 RPM. Here we go. You know what's cool? I don't have to worry about power loss that much because part of this is an electric motor. Okay, so Roman's 0 to 60 was 7.39. And he's been hemming and hawing and complaining about, you know, the fact that this car is so much more expensive. But you know what happens when cars are a little bit more expensive? Sometimes they're a little bit faster, folks. Can you see that? I can see that. That says 7.25. That's faster. If you take the two vehicles and weighed them against each other, this vehicle is actually heavier. The reason why is because it has a ton of batteries.
Hey Nathan, where do all those batteries that give you your 32 extra horsepower live, by the way?
In there, kind of at the bulkhead in the trunk.
So they're in the trunk, huh?
Yeah.
So does that mean there's less room?
A little.
You want to demonstrate that, Nathan? It's your job. Come on, that's why you're a highly paid fast lane car professional journalist.
There's still room. Just a little less. There's enough room for 2 big golf club bags. And
one Nathan.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Nathan.
Oh, goodbye, Nathan.
Bye. How about ride and performance? Do you feel that extra weight of the batteries when you're driving this thing around these corners?
A little bit. You know when I feel it isn't so much when I'm going around the corners, it's when I'm slamming on the brakes or accelerating. It kind of feels like there's a little extra push, a little extra tilt.
Nathan, honestly, how the heck is a hybrid faster than my car when they basically have identical powertrains?
Well, that's where you're wrong. They don't. This one has a different type of V6, it's an Atkinson cycle, and most importantly,
Say that 4 times fast.
No, I'm not going to. No way. It has an electric motor. Now, here's the thing. We always talk about at high altitude how the gas-powered engines, even turbocharged ones, lose a lot of power. Electric motors never lose power up here. So, off the line, I push my foot down, it just goes. It's very impressive and very quick.
Does it drone on like a typical CVT?
Well, it does drone on, but only for a few seconds as opposed to a few minutes.
All right, Nathan, looking under the hood, I can't tell a difference, but that one has 32 more horsepower.
That's right.
But it also weighs more.
A little bit more.
It has less trunk space.
A little less.
And it costs $8,000 more.
Okay. You know what you could say is, dude, it's got more horsepower. That's the way you look at this, as opposed to, well, it's got a little bit more horsepower. It's got more, and at high altitude, the electric motor is not affected by thin, low pressure.
So, I think we can agree that on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, they're both gonna get.
Buy it, for sure.
But I say, buy this one.
No, you know what? Don't listen to him, folks. He has too much hair to be trusted.
As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan.
See you next time on the Fast Lane Car. All right, Nathan, this competes with, well, honestly, I can only think of one.
Yeah, the M hybrid from Infiniti.
Perhaps the Fisker Karma, but that's a much more expensive car, and it's got a different sort of hybrid powertrain. It actually can go in all electric mode.
Yeah, I mean, this one can sort of do electric mode, but only under certain miles per hour, very slow and whatnot. Frankly speaking, there are very few cars this competes with, because this is a rear-wheel drive performance car that's a hybrid.
And there's a reason for that, because nobody wants them.
Oh, come on.